Julian, Serena said softly, fingers trembling as she clutched his sleeve, if she misunderstands us again. I don't know if I can survive it. He didn't hesitate. She's always been sensible, he replied. She'll understand. I stood behind the half-closed door, tired. That was the exact moment I understood something terrifyingly clear. I wasn't his lover. I was his insurance. For 6 years, I was praised for one thing above all else. Understanding. When Julian canceled our anniversaries, I understood. When he missed my premieres, I understood. When his phone lit up with Serena's name at midnight, I understood. He claimed she was like a sister to him. People said I was mature. Graceful. The perfect future wife. But no one ever asked if I was happy. Julian was a rising star in the investment and venture capital world, young, brilliant, ruthless with numbers. The kind of man magazines love to call the next industry titan. And Serena Vale? She was his weakness. The most perfect victim I know. Serena had a gift. She never did anything wrong. She cried softly, never loudly. She apologized before being accused. She always looked fragile, like the world was too cruel for someone as kind as her. Don't misunderstand, she'd tell me gently, eyes glossy. Julian is like a brother to me. Then she would lean closer and whisper, so only I could hear. But if I disappear one day, he'll be devastated. Julian never noticed the sharpness behind her weakness. Or maybe, he did. And chose to ignore it. I call her slow poison. Serena didn't steal Julian overnight. A perfectly timed panic attack before my red carpet debut. A tearful call during our vacations. A hospital visit that somehow always required Julian's presence. Just this once, he'd say, already grabbing his coat. And every time, I nodded. Because good women don't make men choose. The day everything ended, I wasn't crying. I was hosting a small celebration, my first major acting award. Julian arrived late. Serena arrived with him. She clutched her chest halfway through dinner. I think I'm unwell, she whispered. Julian stood up instantly. I'll take her home. I looked at him. Really looked. Julian, I asked calmly, if I faint right now, would you stay? The table went silent. Serena bit her lip, tears falling. Julian hesitated. That pause lasted only 2 seconds. But it ended 6 years of relationship. I can't abandon her, he said. So I smiled. Then don't, I replied. But don't come back either. Later that night, Serena came alone. No tears. No trembling. You're smarter than I thought, she said, sipping my wine. Most women would have begged. I stayed quiet. She leaned forward, smiling sweetly. You were never a rival, she continued. You were a placeholder. Men like Julian don't leave women like me. Then she stood. Thank you, she added. For raising him for me. That was the first time I felt anger. And the last time I felt small. The so-called brother and sister started dating immediately after our breakup. Julian thought I will come back begging him to accept me. But he was wrong, so wrong. I disappeared for a while. Not to heal, but to work. It's not like I had to mourn something valuable. Small roles. Rejections. Late-night classes. Auditions where I was told I was too calm or not pitiful enough. So I learned to be fierce. By 26, I wasn't just famous. I was respected. They called me the actress who never needed scandals. It was at this period that I met the love of my life. Noah worked in film production management. Not glamorous. Not powerful at the time. Just steady. He is a breath of sunshine in my world. For the first time, I was in a relationship where I am treated like queen. He would prepare me soup when I am sick. Encourage and support me when I feel low. His love and care made me realize how horrible my ex was. And how foolish I was to have remained there despite the bad treatments he gave me. I believed in his dreams, and he did not let me down. At our industry after party, I met the two persons I didn't care to see. Julian and Serena. Noah was yet to arrive because he was closing a big deal with some top industry leaders. So I was alone at the part for a moment. Serena clinging to Julian like he can be snatched at any moment. Such a wonderful brother and sister relationship. At the table, Julian spoke loudly, intentionally. Acting is unstable, Julian said, swirling his drink. It's not exactly a long-term career. The table laughed politely. I smiled. You're right. He looked satisfied. That's why I own 3 properties now, I continued gently. And you're still renting confidence from other people. Silence. Julian's jaw tightened. I excused myself to use the bathroom, and Serena followed. Serena adjusted her lipstick in the mirror. I heard you're dating someone from the film crew. I hummed. Yes. She smiled sweetly. How inspirational. Then, softly. I suppose when you lose men like Julian, you learn to lower expectations. I met her eyes in the mirror. No, I said calmly. I learned to raise my standards. Serena's smile cracked, just for a second. She understood something that night. I was over with Julian. I am no longer the girl who was once foolishly in love. During the meet and greet session, Noah arrived and held my hands. Julian's gaze lingered longer than necessary. He lifted his glass, smiling faintly. So, he said casually, you moved on, quickly. I tilted my head. Did you expect me to pause my life until you felt comfortable? His smile tightened. I just didn't think this was your type, he added, eyes flicking to Noah. So ordinary. Noah didn't react. He was too grown for this. But his hand found the small of my back eye firm, natural, unforced. He is someone you can never be, I said softly. Julian looked stunned. He looked away first. We did our thing like he was not even there to begin with. Julian married Serena within a year. At first, it looked perfect. But Serena didn't need rescuing anymore. She needed control. She monitored his calls. His meetings. His female colleagues. The woman who once needed saving now demanded obedience. And Julian, who loved being needed, began suffocating. Love built on illusion never survives reality. She even went crazy telling people that I left Julian to steal his attention. Whatever was happening in that marriage was definitely not good, and Julian was suffering the consequences. Years later, Julian saw me again. I made a mistake, he said hoarsely. I nodded. I know, I replied. That's why it's yours to carry. So the story is that he lost his spark a long time ago, and his wife who spends carelessly squandered his money. So Julian is back to level 0 again. All I had for him the day I saw him was pity, not even anger. Serena's true face was exposed to the media. She messed with a rich heiress who did not give her a chance at all. The worst was her dating someone secretly. Her fake rich lover scammed her of her little savings and disappeared. The story went viral like wildfire. Noah became a powerful figure in the industry. Both local and international. Me? I won the Best Actress for the year again. We married and welcomed our little baby girl. Making 3 beautiful company. Some women lose love. Others lose illusions. I lost fake love and finally won myself. Would you have walked away sooner? Or waited for him to finally choose you? Share your thoughts in the comment with Manhwa Stories by Rose. Hey, besties, your support helps us create more amazing stories. Please like and subscribe for more.